Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and it's time for episode number 42, I believe, of our Pokemon Yellow Randomized Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we managed to make it all the way through Pokemon Mansion on Cinnabar Island, and we got ourselves the secret key, which we need to access Cinnabar Gym and get our 7th Pokemon League badge. Before I do that, I do want to do a bit of a grinding montage, get the team kind of up to speed. But since I didn't have much more to fill up the episode with at the end of getting the secret key last time, we went here to the power plant because I think it's time to add another legendary Pokemon, air quotes, to our team. So let's do a bit of a team recap and show you who we are working with because it's been a few days since I last recorded. First up is our level 37 Articuno, our capture in Pokemon Mansion on Cinnabar Island. Very cool. Willow wants out again just as I start recording. Okay, let's do this. Go ahead, Willow. Let me get the door. Now, you're probably seeing on the dresser behind, as I fall, some things on the background, or in the background on the dresser that I have not yet talked about. There's a few new things. I'm all tangled up here. A few new things back there. Some things I picked up at Animaritime this past weekend. So, I'm not going to talk about them here just yet. We do have a full Animaritime video coming once I can sit down and do all the editing. But I got to get this one done first, Pokemon Yellow, so I have an upload for today. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow I'll have the Animaritime video ready to roll. But if not, I'm hoping not too much later in this week. So, before I do the team recap, I just want to say I am a big fan of Markiplier on YouTube. And actually, I've said this several times, he's been the inspiration for me doing these Pokemon videos on a regular basis. Something I really like about what he does and many of the other YouTubers that I watch regularly, whenever they have a trip coming up, they plan ahead for it. And they have videos scheduled to be posting as they're away doing whatever they're doing. So, I think maybe not for the first time, but for the first time in a while, I felt like a professional YouTuber in that I was working hard to get videos pre-recorded and scheduled for you guys to enjoy while I was away in Fredericton, New Brunswick, at Animaritime. So, I had video uploads all the way up until Sunday, and didn't have anything for Monday, missed Tuesday, but I want Wednesday ready to go, so we have this video coming up here. But I did miss a couple days, but we'll get back on track. We are almost done with Pokemon Yellow as it is anyway. But, yeah, so there's some cool things you're going to see when we get the Animaritime video ready to roll. But anyway, all that rambling off to the side. First we have Articuno, our capture on Cinnabar Island. Level 37 with a nice special stat of 110. Moveset is only Peck and Ice Beam. In fact, I gotta check some more TMs for this guy. Next we have Jiggles the Wigglytuff at level 44. Kind of a mediocre stats for the most part. Body Slam, Mimic, Sing, and Reflect. Next is Gary the Gyarados at level 44. Very beefy attack of 131, 104 for the special stat. Surf, Strength, Bite, and Blizzard are the moves. Next is Buster the Haunter, level 43, with a speed of 100, special of 118. Psychic, Confuse Ray, Hypnosis, Thunder for the moves. Blaze the Charizard is up next. Speed is 101, everything else is high 80s to high 90s actually. Level 43 with Ember, Slash, Fly, and Cut. Last but not least, our fighting type, Guar the Primate, level 43. Attack is 113, speed is 101. Is he the fastest? I think he's the fastest. Anyway, Low Kick, Karate Chop, Rock Slide, Seismic Toss. So, as I say, we are going through here. We got our first encounter already in the power plant. It was a Poliwrath, if I recall correctly from the thumbnail. So, I don't know how much time this is going to take to get through here. What else could we have found in here? What are the odds of finding an actual Electrode in the power plant? I don't think you can learn electric move. I do not think you can learn electric attacks. So I'm going to try to run away. Even if you explode... Wait. In case you explode, we're going to switch into our Ghost type. Buster, come on in here. You should be able to run away from this thing. Do we want to go for the experience, though? We're going to get the experience regardless because of the self-destruct. I'll take some free points for Articuno. Thank you very much, Electrode. So this is going to be a bit of a... Now, I think I asked this before. I'm not really going to count this as an encounter, but let's just see what it would have been. It's a Ditto! It's going to turn into my Articuno. Sweet, level 40. What should we let it turn in? Well, if it does turn into Articuno, we can... I guess Gary could probably do something. Let's go for the Ice Beam. See if we can get a... If not a knockout, at least some decent damage. Down it goes. Critical hit. Alright. Not bad stuff. Now, you might be hearing my voice is still kind of on the raspy side. When you see the Animaritime video, I think it was on Saturday, I pretty much had next to no voice, which, you know, certainly wasn't the best thing, but... Now, is this going to be randomized to a Ditto as well? No, every individual one is randomized to something different, it looks like. So, technically, since these are... I think the way they say it in a randomizer, if the Pokemon you encounter has a sprite in the overworld, it counts as... Poor Eevee. It counts as its own individual thing. Sort of like, you know, the legendary Pokemon like Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno, or the Snorlax. But, I don't want to count these as encounters, you know? I've got enough Pokemon in the PC as it is. I think we're good to go there. It's a Growlithe! Do you know Ember? You might know Ember. But could you even really do much to our Articuno? You don't resist Ice. I could Ice Beam if need be. I think a few pecks should do the trick. So, I got back today. Well, I had a doctor's appointment, just a simple checkup. Don't worry, I ain't dying. I don't think. He says I'm healthy. So, ooh, critical hit. That kind of hurt. I'm gonna have to go for a super or hyper potion. So, while I was waiting for my ride home, I decided to do a little bit of a test in Pokemon Go. First of all, where's my... Do I have not any super potions left? Let's go hyper potion. I have a raid pass I got yesterday. I didn't have time to participate in a raid, and I find near the end of the evening, the raids kind of just stop happening anyway. So, I had a raid pass just sitting in my collection, just waiting. Hey, you're gonna try to blow up again, aren't you? So today, after my doctor's appointment, I went to a gym. There was an Exeggutor that had just hatched, a raid Exeggutor, and I decided I'm gonna use the raid pass because I want to test something. Since I hadn't gotten a raid pass yet today, does that mean that I still have a chance to obtain one, despite the fact I currently have one in my collection? So I used the raid pass, I encountered the Exeggutor, I just destroyed it with my Houndoom, my Flareon, Scizor, and Blaze the Charizard came in actually too to help out. What's this one gonna be? It's a Cloyster! Interesting! What's the best way to deal with you? I'm thinking Buster probably is still the best. We can Thunder this. So, I did get the Exeggutor, and I thought, let me just go to another gym, spin that. I didn't spin any gyms during the day before this, just in case the game recorded the fact that, you know, I got my first gym spin of the day. So I spun a gym disc, and lo and behold, I got my raid pass for today. So I got to use yesterday's today. I got one for today, and I used that one as well. And I used it on a, of all things, Magikarp. Hidden item, Protein. I'll use that right now, basically, to free up the space and add attack stat to... I think Gary is the strongest, but I kind of want to give it to Guar. Have some more attack stat there, Guar, buddy. So, yeah, I get to use 2 free raid passes per day. So, technically, you can use 2 raid passes in a day, but not every single day. You have to basically hold on to one for a length of time. And then, you can use one the next day, and then use the second day's, or that day's, you know what I'm trying to say. You can use 2 passes. And I'm keeping an eye on my phone, because while I was uptown, my friend from the comic book store Heroes Beacon, Steve, one of the co-owners, did manage to conquer the City Market Gym again, and he is on Team Instinct. So, I thought, there's space, I'll drop a Pokemon in. Currently, Slayer the Dragonite is defending that gym along with Steve's Gyarados and a number of other Pokemon from Team Instinct. Buster, come on back in there, girl. Currently, we're sitting at 2 hours and 10 minutes, which is 13 coins that we're getting once Slayer does eventually come back. What's really... I really like this gym system now, despite the fact that you only get coins when you get knocked out, right? That's kind of a bad thing, but... I saw at one point Slayer was down to about half of her heart, her motivation. I thought, oh, that's not good. She's gonna get knocked out very soon. Her heart is back up to full, pretty much, so someone fed her. I love the fact that people on your team, you know, they don't really need to do this, but they feed your Pokemon while you're away. So, we all care for each other. Something I've started doing in Pokemon Go, is since you can only get 50 coins per day, that means the maximum a Pokemon should be in a gym for is 8 hours and 20 minutes, because that's going to give you the 50 coins once that Pokemon gets knocked out. So, since I'm, you know, out and about walking around, I'm not, I guess, super focused on getting coins from the gyms, because I do want to start buying coins, and I'll explain that in just a moment, but, if I see a Team Valor or Team Mystic Pokemon in a gym for over 8 hours and 20 minutes, I'll put in some time and effort, and I'll use the items to knock those Pokemon out, or at least one from each gym, because that way that player's getting some coins, and I can sort of spread the fun that way. It's an Almanite! Cool! Can't really touch you with Articuno, but let's go to Buster. Actually, is there anyone else? No, Buster's one of the lower level ones. We'll go to her. We'll Thunder this thing as well. So, I like to do my part to help out the community, even though they are rival teams. I will still go ahead and knock out a Pokemon that can get to max 50 coins. And I would hope the same thing, or I hope people of other teams think the same thing. But how about this, for example? Just last night, or the night before, I saw a Team Mystic gym. All the Pokemon were in there for like at least a day. So I thought, oh, those Pokemon are just sitting there. They're not earning anything from that. And I'll put the time in. I'll knock out those Pokemon, right? So I did so, and I took out the entire gym. I put Slayer the Dragonite in, and in a mere 4 minutes, Team Valor took me out and put their Pokemon in. Can't even give me the 1 coin for 10 minutes holding a gym. Thanks a lot, Team Valor. You're so lovely around this area. But anyways, I am liking the gym system now. I said I do want to start buying coins. Not because I find the gym system too hard to earn coins from, because right now we're looking at, like I said, 13 coins coming from Slayer, and she's got a slight little bit of her motivation gone right now, but that is fine. But I realized after all this time, I kind of want to support Niantic financially, in a way, like, you know, my own little contribution. So, almost in a way, if I could donate money to them without earning free coins, I might do it, but on the other hand, I figure if I'm going to give them money, I might as well get some cool in-game items out of it, right? So, I'll probably go ahead and, I think, once a month, maybe, I'll get, 1,200 coins I think you can buy? I don't know, I'll get a supply of coins, that'll give me some more incubators, some more lucky eggs, all that kind of good stuff. This is Mega Drain, who can learn Mega Drain? Buster can learn Mega Drain. We got Psychic, Thunder, Confuse Ray, we have Nightshade, and we have Hypnosis. I'm going to keep Mega Drain on standby for the time being, as we fight another randomized Pokemon. This power plant actually might take the entire episode, too. I was concerned. Hi, Ivysaur! You're tempting, but no thanks. We actually knocked out an Ivysaur way earlier on in the playthrough. I could have actually saved an Ice Beam PP and gone for just Peck Attacks. Oh well, a quick one-hit KO. Nice experience for Articuno. And I was considering if it didn't take too long to get through the power plant, I might have ended this early and done a grinding montage to start the next episode. But, well, I'm still going to do that probably. But I was thinking that I might have to cut this early and make the next one a little bit longer. From the looks of it, I might not have to, because there's still quite a ways to go in the power plant. If I had a Repel, I think I might actually have one. But if I used a Repel, this would be a little bit faster, which I guess I don't mind, because I need to fill up time here, you know? I'm hoping to hit around the half-hour mark as per usual. Let's just peck this. How much will we do with a peck? I should have Ice Beamed you when I had the chance. In fact, I'm going to walk away from this encounter. I don't want to waste too much PP on constantly missing a minimized Grimer. But oh well. Another Grimer. Are you worth the experience? Vaguely, barely, sorta, kinda, maybe. Let's do this. And I had fun doing some Pokemon going in another town. For the first time, I finally got to go somewhere else other than my own city, and for the most part, the same uptown area you guys have seen over and over in Pokemon Go videos. I feel kind of bad. It's like, I feel like too much repetition, showing the exact same area over and over and over again. But like my cousin Mike did say, though, the reason I'm uptown so often is because there's so many Pokestops, so many gyms. Don't put me to sleep. And, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, I'm still kind of sick, too. I think I said that. Anyway, the throat is still sore. Not so much the nose part, you know, right now, but I still got the sore throat, and I'm coughing, and yeah. It's been over a week. I guess when I get sick for quite a while. At least I'm able to talk, though. That's the important thing. I guess that's kind of good about how I did all that pre-recording, because TMO3. I did get all the recordings done back while I still had a decent voice, although I was kind of sneezing. Swords Dance. Blaze, but we're going to have him more specially offensive, especially, well, he's got Cut and Fly, so forget that. But, especially when he gets Flamethrower, especially offensive. Say a wild Poliwrath. You worth the experience? I'm going to say yeah. If you Peck Attack, that'll take you down. And Slayer's still holding strong. Sorry, I keep looking away. I shouldn't have 2 games on the go, even though this on my phone is more just a glance at it. We're good to go. I got so many new gym badges while I was up in Fredericton as well. gym badges I'm likely, if ever, very rarely ever going to get to visit and experience once again. But I'll be there at some point again, I'm sure. End of Maritime 2018 is only a year away, so I'm sure I'll be back for that. Don't paralyze me, that's mean. Thank you, Peck. You're really gonna survive that. At least you just go for a water gun. That is cool stuff. Peck away. So is there anything else really to mention? Oh, who was it? Someone left a comment on a previous video, which I didn't yet respond to, but I will get back into the routine of responding, asking if I was going to do the Mew glitch or the Missing No glitch. And I honestly hadn't considered doing any of the glitches in the game, because apparently they do still work in Yellow as, you know what, I want to find out who said this. I want to give a proper shout out. I remember originally, I never thought of my channel as the kind of channel that people would want shout outs on, and maybe it still isn't, but I figure in my own little way I can give a little bit of notoriety to you folks out there who support the channel and leave comments and get some interaction just by throwing your name out there in the video. So why not do that? Nathaniel Jaffe asking if I was going to do the Missing No or Mew glitch. It is possible in Yellow. So Nathaniel, I might as sort of a follow-up video. I don't want to do anything that might possibly break the game, as, you know, beyond what's already broken with the whole randomizer and such, but I might do that as a follow-up after the main story is complete. Maybe, well, I'd like to go see what Mewtwo is randomized to, of course. You never know what we might find in the depths of the unknown dungeon, Cerulean Cave. But we'll see what happens down there. And I guess, if you guys are all interested in this, or the majority of you are interested in this, I could go ahead, try the Mew glitch and see what happens. Now, I'll have to look up how to do that. I kind of know the Missing No glitch, but as far as... or is it the same thing? I don't know. Anyway, I'll look up the information on how to do these glitches. Hey, I can repel stuff now. And we can go ahead and try to see if we can find ourselves a Mew, find ourselves a Missing No. Question is, with the randomizer, would Missing No be randomized to something that actually works? I doubt it, but we just got a Leaf Stone. Does that help us? I don't think so. I'm trying to think of... do we have a Weeping Bell? I don't think so. Do we have a Gloom? I don't think so. Do we have an Execute? Well, we knocked out an Execute in episode 2 or 3. If I do have something that involves from the Leaf Stone, I can't recall offhand. It's on my list. And we're about to add to that list in a little bit. Once we get through this random encounter. Are you worth even the experience? You're borderline. I'll Ice Beam ya. So we're not probably going to want to use an Ice Beam on this legendary anyway. Now, the last time we took on one of the level 50 so-called quote-unquote birds, we lost one of our Pokemon. I'm hoping not to repeat that, but you never know what we're going to find out of this randomizer. We're going to find a Grimer. You guys must be... what is the common thing in here? Voltorb? Magnemite? You must be the Magna Orb, or Voltite, or whatever, I don't know. So this should be a level 43. I remember this one. It's supposed to be one of the... in the non-randomizer, a lot of these are Voltorb, but 2 of them are Electrode. And this one is one of the Electrode, level 43. You can minimize, but let's see if we can freeze you up first with our final Ice Beam. Go, Articuno. You got this. Decent damage, though. Can we land some Peck Attacks? Can we land about 2 or 3 more? This is gonna hurt. Let us switch. Let's go with Buster. Buster is our standby, our go-to. Double resistant to poison, immune to any normal type attacks like Pound. Go ahead. What's the Sludge gonna do to our Ghost Poison type? That is right. And we're gonna be able to... now, Psychic will always hit if the opponent has minimized. Yes, Buster fell for it. I thought she was gonna do that. I just had to talk her into it, make her think it was gonna happen. That's the confidence right there. Of course, that is absolutely not true. Random luck, we managed to land that hit. Right in the doorway. Best place to stand during an earthquake, I have been told. I remember one of the funniest things I saw was... I don't know if this was real or not. I guess maybe it had to be real, but I was watching Late Night with Conan O'Brien, one of the late night talk shows on NBC. And he would do a segment, a skit, where he would, presumably use the NBC satellite on the top of the building and just go through a bunch of the different channels, just showing off these weird kind of things. One of the things that he found was a man who was saying how to endure an earthquake was to get down on the ground, keep snapping and pointing and saying, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. And that's how you survive an earthquake. Like I said, one of the funnier things that I've seen, because, like, I think that's more just for the person to keep themselves calm. I don't even know if that was an actual informational video, or if that was just something that they threw on the Conan show, you know, late night, just... Anyway, all that rambling aside, we are here at the next level 50 Pokemon. Who do we want to lead off with? Pardon me. Throat is a little bit sore. I haven't talked this much in quite a little bit of a while. Let's lead Jiggles. Let's just see what Jiggles can do. No, I'm second guessing that. Your defenses are not great. I'm dying again. Let's let Blaze lead the way. Alright, let's see what this Pokemon is. It's a Gyao. And it turns out to be the legendary, mythical, level 50 Haunter. I already got a Haunter. It's killing me. It's hitting me with Curse. So I can just knock it out for experience, basically. I'll try to catch it, though. See what a fly attack can do. Trying to confuse me, are ya? Alright. I'm gonna say it should survive an Ember. And what can it even do to me? Not really a lot. I can do a lot to myself. Actually, not that much. Don't Dream Eater me. I can't talk. My throat. I can't do this. Haunter, no. Alright, Pokeflute. Sorry if I'm not really being very interesting at the moment, but I'm trying to avoid the coughing into the microphone. Alright, can we land an Ember? Yes, breakthrough. Can we burn it? For added capturability. Critical. That's kind of a scary Nightshade. We can take one more before fainting, at least, though. Let's see what a Pokeball can do. Where are they? Where are my Pokeballs? I got 47 left. This is an easy catch. We got 1, 2, 3. Yes! Haunter has been added. What do we name you now, though? I already have Buster. It's not a good name. Oops. Swayze. Anyone get that reference? I'll leave it in the comments for you guys to respond to. If you get the reference, feel free to drop that response down below. We're under attack again! It's a Grimer. A little measly Grimer. Well, I guess that's probably going to be all we want to accomplish in this episode. It is maybe a few minutes shorter than usual, so I'll try to extend the next one a little bit longer. But we're going to head off to Cinnabar Island. Maybe I should buy items first. I'll use my time wisely. I will go and pick up some items. Like, we need some more super potions. I think we can get those in. I'm going to say Celadon City is the best place to go. I'll go here. I'll heal up. We'll talk a little bit more. I'll grab some items, and... do I need Pokeballs? Probably not. Super potions, definitely, though. I'll pick some of those up. And actually, I can use... I just hit the microphone. I can grab some more TMs out of the PC. See what else we could teach Articuno, because... it ain't gonna learn much more until we get to, like, at least level 50, because that's when you would have normally caught Articuno, right? And he's gonna learn stuff as he levels up past that, but he's only level almost 40 right now. Alright, so, I gotta mark down. Where's my pencil? I don't know where my pencil's at. I'll get that in a bit, and I'll mark down that we caught Zapdos, also known as Swayze, the Ghost type. Alright, let's deposit some stuff we don't need. We don't need to use the Mega Drain TM for the time being. Don't need a Leaf Stone. I could just sell that, actually, for cash, but I think I'm pretty set for money. I still got a Nugget to sell, too. Put the Super Repel away. I'll put away the, what was it, Swords Dance. I'll grab a batch of TMs out of here and see what we can get. Okay, TM21 put away. Alright, let's withdraw another batch of, I think 4 TMs we have space for. It's too bad it doesn't show you what attack it is here, so I could find out exactly what we're getting. I got 2 TM18. Excuse me, TM18s? I think that's Sky Attack we just got, 48. 44, what can this be? No, 13 is Ice Beam, I'm pretty sure. Dig, we can't teach that to, Articuno. TM20. Alright, we'll just check these 5 and see what these are. Then I'll put them away, I'll buy more stuff. That's going to round out the episode quite nicely. Hopefully this part isn't too boring for you. Rage? Forget that. Alright, we got Rest. Forget that. Might not be that bad, actually. Sky Attack. No, Tri Attack. Nope, Articuno can't learn it. Man! Although it's not as good in this game as it is in Generation 2 and onward, because you can freeze, burn, or paralyze with it. Counter. Articuno can't learn that. And 11 is... That's not bad. Good against Rock, good against Fire, two of Articuno's weaknesses. Articuno's learning Bubble Beam, everybody. Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? But I love it. Bubble Beam is one of my favorite attacks, more so for nostalgia than anything else, because back when I first went through Pokemon Blue, we beat Misty, and Shelbert was the one that I taught Bubble Beam to. And Shelbert, of course, was my starter Squirtle. I felt kind of bad at one point, because he became our Surfer in the original playthrough, and eventually, I came to the realization that he doesn't need Bubble Beam and Surf, and Ice Beam is a much better move for him to have, because it covers his grass weakness, and I had to replace Bubble Beam with Ice Beam. It just was more logical, more sensible in the long run, and although it kind of hurt to do it, because like I said, Bubble Beam was nostalgic. It was I guess it was his most powerful water move for quite some time, up until he got Surf when we were at the Safari Zone. But yeah, for that reason, I've always had a fondness for Bubble Beam, and now Articuno has it. Who sells the potions here, folks? And who wants to buy my nugget? What do you sell? I could buy these. I don't know if these are randomized, though. I got money. I could buy them to see what they are. But I'll hold off on that for right now. Let's sell the nugget. I still got my 2 Master Balls on hand, too. Do we need to sell anything else off? No, I think we're good. Alright, do you sell potions? You do. I'm gonna say, let's go 30 super potions. Let's go crazy. We got tons of cash. Not as much as I used to, but there we go. Repel, no, antidote, blah, blah, blah. We got all that stuff. I think that's probably all we need to do. And that did round up the episode quite well. So we're going to pop out of here. And the next episode is going to start off with a grinding montage in Cinnabar Island so I can get Articuno back up to speed with the rest of the team. But for right now, we're going to save things up because we are done. Hopefully I wasn't rambling too much for you folks out there. I'm just getting back from Animator, I'm getting back into the flow of things. I just remembered I've had some code cards from several weeks ago I have not yet sent out. I feel terrible. I'll get to that, but I just want to show you something. With missing out on so many news update video thingies, I have got, 7 booster packs waiting to open during the news update video thingies. I might start doing some of these in the TCGO video just to get these kind of caught up. I don't want to open more than, let's say, 3 packs per video. That way, you have, 3 people have a chance to win one of these code cards, so we'll see what happens. I might save 3 for the news update video thingy and then start opening some of these on the TCG videos. So stay tuned for all that in the future. Meantime, if you enjoyed today's episode of Pokemon Yellow Randomized Nuzlocke, feel free to drop a like down below. Leave any comments you want to leave down below as well. And if you want to see some more Pokemon Yellow Randomized Nuzlocke, there's a link in the description to the entire playlist, which you can go check out. And for more Pokemon content from Professor Chaz on the channel, there's some links during the outro to some other videos I've done, such as Pokemon TCG Online. Very outdated, very late now. Pokemon News Update video thingies. We've got... what else? Pokemon Go videos. Stay tuned later this week for a Pokemon Go / Anna Maritime recap video, kind of combining the 2 things into one. That's going up, I'm hoping, no later than Friday, but it might be over the weekend. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens when that happens and when it goes up. But if you want to subscribe to the channel for updates on when these videos do go live, you can click on my face during the outro as well and get subscribed for your updates and notifications on daily content, usually from Professor Chaz here on the channel. With that, again, we are done. Thanks again for watching today's Pokemon Yellow Randomized Nuzlocke. I am back, ready to record more videos. We're almost done Yellow. The next one coming up, the next playthrough is going to be pretty much more advanced than what you're seeing here. Let's just leave it at that. As for the time being, I am now done. Professor Chaz signing off, and I'll catch you next time.